The next reason was, the first reason was geography. Okay. Second reason was polity. And third reason was communication. Communication grew during the Magadha period. So, if you see again the location, okay, this is Magadha. Okay, now this is the northeastern region, and this is the northwestern region and the southwestern region. Okay, so the Magadha was connected by the Uttarapatha, okay, and also Dakshinapatha. Now, if you analyze very perfectly, you will see that this is the place from where the external travelers or the external invaders would be coming. Secondly, this Uttarapatha would be also connecting to the Silk Route, Chinese Silk Route. So can I say that the trade flourished from the Uttarapatha also? And if you see the Dakshinapatha, here it is Mumbai port. Okay, Mumbai port, present Mumbai port. So it was also having the Dakshinapatha, which provided them opportunities for shipping of the export materials to the other countries. So, if you see that if the Magadha is connected by the Uttarapatha and the Dakshinapatha to the external elements, it's but obvious that they would be again generating more revenue from the exports or the trades, right? Now, when a particular kingdom, a particular region, when it has a good communication, good trade transactions with the other countries, so it's but obvious that they would be also selling their technologies to the other players, as well as taking the other external technologies or buying finished products or the new raw products from the external entities, right? So they would be updating themselves with the growing world technologies. Okay, and that is why we'll see that the Magadha would be having all enhanced equipments during the wartime. On contrary, if you see the other kingdoms in the Himalayan region or in the central region, they were not accessible to the Uttarapatha or the Dakshinapatha, which Magadha was. Even if though they were accessible, some of them were accessible at the Uttarapatha, but still they don't have that revenue power to stand very strongly in the international trades. And if you can't stand strongly in the international trade, so how you can deal for the longer period of time, right? So for standing for the longer period of time, you need the revenue backing. And the Magadha had that revenue backing from its domestic economy. Why? Because agriculture was flourishing, the iron tools were more, that is why they had a great power. Secondly, artisans were good at the innovation and research. Okay, and that is why we'll see that the Uttarapatha and the Dakshinapatha were the roadways for their growth. And if you go through many of the ancient historical texts, there are n number of stories where you will find that the Uttarapatha and Dakshinapatha is narrated in a very good poetic form. Okay, especially the Dakshinapatha, okay, was a very cheaper source of trade. Now, why am I saying the cheaper source of trade? Because if you visit this Dakshinapatha, you will see that there are more rivers. Okay, there are more rivers, even though here also, but not after here. Okay, not after the Punjab region. Okay, so here majorly the route was the land route, but here it was the river route. Major route was the river route, and that is why you will see that this mode of transport was quite cheaper than the land route and as well as the safe route. So you will find that the Magad was evolving as one of the largest kingdom during the 16 Mahajanapadas, or among the most or the major stronger 4 Mahajanapadas. Okay. So if you see the major reason, okay, if you revisit the major reason why the Magad was stronger, the first is geography, second is polity in the two way. First, the polity was quite stable. The land which was present in the Bihar, South Bihar and the North Jharkhand was quite stable land, during that period. So the stability was more, or what we call it was more secure than any other region. Secondly, the polity was stronger due to the rulers of that period. And why geography? First, due to the agriculture, and second, due to the iron usage. Okay, or you can also say that due to the science and technological development. Okay, now when you talk about the communication, you can talk about the trade relations grew, and we got updated with foreign relations. So there was a question being asked by the UPSC. Despite the 16 Mahajanapadas which evolved during the 600 BCE, still Magad got successful in evolving as one of the stronger kingdom. Why? Discuss. Okay, so this kind of answer needs to be dealt with the help of this major 3 dimensions. First, the geography of the Magad was very stronger. Second, the polity was quite secure and stable due to the location of the Magad also, and secondly, due to the stronger rulers of the Magad. Now you can quote somewhat about the Haranyaka dynasty, how Ajatashatru was most said to be a most stronger entrepreneur ruler. Now you would be confused what ma'am is talking. Okay, what is meant by entrepreneur ruler? If you see the tendency, if you see the legacy of Ajatashatru, so he was quite focused on heading the Magad's kingdom or the Samraj. Okay, so this mindset is known as the entrepreneur ruler. Okay, he is not just ruling, but he is ruling and diving or exploring the economy of that particular region also. Okay, and that is why they are known as an entrepreneur ruler. So first, they pillarized their economy and then they worked politically. First, they made their economy very stronger and then they made their polity stronger. And that is why you will see that the Magad was only the kingdom which lasted for more period or for more centuries ahead, up till the Mauryan age. Okay, this was the reason why Magad stood very stronger for generations to generations. While you will see that the other Mahajanapadas would be degrading when we would stepping forward in the Gupta period or up till the Maurya period. Okay, so these were the reasons why did Magad empire got